Hi, my name is Paul, and I've been a member of the Genesis Club in Worcester since 2008. I've always been a shy, kind of low-key kind of person who's never really advocated for themselves before, but in this position with Genesis, I find that I've had to do self-advocacy in order to let Genesis members, the staff, know what I'm looking to get help with. And I've self-advocated for employment, and I've also self-advocated for a housing, an apartment in Worcester, which I've been there since 2009. Genesis will help you, point you in the direction of your goals, but you have to do all the work, which is, I think, as it should be. I've also advocated a lot for Genesis just in the general community. I think Genesis is a great program. I like to think of it as one of the best kept secrets in Worcester. And I educated my family on Genesis because they didn't know what Genesis was. And I'm also advocating, I found myself in like an ambassador, going to other meetings with other clubhouses and the Mass Clubhouse Coalition, and talking about the benefits of the Genesis Club and the employment within the Genesis Club. I initially had a lot of anxiety when I joined Genesis. It's like, well, what am I going to do? I've been out of the hospital with surgery and rehab for a couple of years, and how am I going to get back on the working track? How am I going to explain to people my absence from work for a couple of years? But it turned out not to be a problem. The first TE position I took, Ken advocated for me also, and it was a very good experience. I was very much appreciated at Quincy, and it also gave me confidence to see, okay, what do I do next? So after I got the UMass job, my second job after Quincy, I felt confident enough to go out into the workforce and look for a job on my own. I also felt a strong sense of obligation to Genesis because I felt obligated to do the very best job I could because they advocated for me with Quincy and UMass. They advocated for me that this is the person you want. Paul is the person you want for the job, and he'll do very good. And I felt obligated, not just for Genesis Club, but also for all the Genesis members who have worked that job before, because I've known a lot of people who have had the Quincy switchboard job. And you always want to do the job better than the person that you were replacing, and also make sure that you keep the line unbroken, that you constantly have an unbroken line of excellent employees to represent Quincy, so that they'll say, yeah, we'd like to have another person. We can't have Paul, but we'd like to have another person to fill this job.